equals 0, Q0 equals 0. Show the sequence of Q1, Q0, and F values for 5 consecutive clock cycles after that starting point, with B equaling these things. Note that the top flip-flop Q1 is D-type, while the bottom flip-flop is T-type. Okay, so this is similar to what we've seen before. So we have B, Q1, Q0, and F. And we know that Q1 and Q0 start at 0, and B goes 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, now F is not associated with the clock. So F takes the AND of whatever it has, and that's what it has. So the AND of 0 and 0 is 0. Now, Q1 and Q0 are associated with the clock, and they only change on the positive clock input, and so they're going to take whatever values were there on the clock cycle before. So let's look at Q1. Q1 is B or not Q0. So B or not Q0. So that'll be a 1. Q0 is a T flip-flop, and the T flip-flop, it's going to look at what it was before, and based on what B is, based on what B was before, it will determine what it's going to be. So last clock cycle B was 1. That means toggle, so Q0 is going to be 1. Now the AND does not depend on the clock, and so the AND is just going to be the AND of these two right here, which is 1. So Q1 is the OR of not Q0, so the OR of, so Q1 is not Q0 or B. So looking back at the row before, not Q0 is 0, or, and B is 0, that's 0, so it's going to be 0. Q0, looking back at the row before, B was 0, and in a T flip-flop that means no change. F is going to be the AND of these two, which is 0. Okay, so Q1 is not Q0 or B. So not Q0 is 0, or B on the row before was 1, so 0 or 1, that is 1. Q0 on the row before, B was 1, it's a T flip-flop, so that toggles, so that's 0, and the AND of 1 and 0 is 0. Q1, not Q0, so not 0, which is 1, or now it doesn't even matter what B is because the 1 or 1 is 1. Q0, the row before B was 1, that means toggle, so you'll be 1. And the and of 1 and 1 is 1. And we can do one more row here. So Q1, the not of Q0 is 0, or B, which was 0, so that gives us 0. B was 0 for a T flip-flop, that means don't change. And the and of 0 and 1 is 0.
I have a question about the fourth row. Can you explain how you got Q0 on that one?
This row,
Yeah.
how I got what?
Q0.
Q0, sure. Okay, so Q0, it's a T flip-flop, and its input is B, but we have to go back to see what B was before, and B before was 1, and for a T flip-flop, that means toggle. It was 1, so it toggled to 0. Other questions?
Would that change anything if it's positive edge sensitive?
If it was what?
If it was like positive edge?
Oh, I think it would be more confusing because with the negative edge, we know that it's got to take some time for everything that we're going to be right away. I don't think it would really change your answer, but I think this just makes it more clear.
Yeah, I just. Over here we toggled the T flip flop when B was 1.
What's that?
So for the T flip flop,
Yes.
we toggled when B was 1.
Yes. When B was 1 on the row before.
Oh, okay.